Welcome viewer to the course of web designing. In this video, I will cover video and audio elements of HTML5. The HTML5 video element. Before HTML5, there was no standard way for showing videos on a web page. The HTML5 video element provides a standard way to embed video in web pages. Look at these codes. It shows how to use the video element to insert a video in a web page. Here the browser uses the default set of control and the src attribute specify the source file. If the browser is not supporting the video element, then you can display a message for the user such as the browser doesn't support the HTML5 video element. Look at the second segment of code. It shows that you can use the source element to specify media along with media type. The video element allows multiple source elements and browser will use the first recognized format of this video file. If the browser is not supporting the video element, then display the message such as the browser doesn't support the HTML5 video element. So after getting the basic idea of video element, we are ready to discuss its attributes. Attributes of HTML5 video element. The poster attribute. Through this attribute, a developer specifies an image to show while the video download is in progress or until the user clicks the control to play the video. The width and height attribute specify the size of the player. The autoplay attribute allows the browser to play the video automatically when the page loads, where the loop attribute is used to start the video playing again when it comes to end. Preload attribute. The preload attribute is used to direct the browser that what to do when the page loads. Its value can be one of the following three values. If its value is none, then browser is not allowed to load the video until the user press the play control. If the value of this attribute is auto, then the browser is allowed to download the video when the page loads, while metadata is used to allow the browser to collect information about the video such as the size, first frame, track, length and duration of the video. Another thing to discuss about the video element is that it allows to play a specific segment of a video. For example, to play a video starting at second 5 and ending at second 10. For this example, look at the following codes. Within these codes, the source attribute first specify the source file of the video, then the start and end time of the video. Here the start and end time of the video is 5 and 10 seconds respectively. Now to implement the video element practically. I have already created the structure, so let's start to add the video element. So type video. Now I want to use the source element to specify the media file. So remove this src attribute, type source, and add the media file. Now we want to specify the width and height attribute of the player also. So let's width of the player is 300 and suppose height is 200. We want to use the default control of the browser, so type controls. Now save the file, come to the browser to view its output, type localhost lecture number 11.html. So this is the output of the player. So when you start the play button, it will start the play. For example, see this one. Now stop it. If you want to display an image and when the user click on the control, then after that the video will start. So let's to add the image. So use the poster attribute here. Poster. We want to add a picture, so let's mountain.jpg, save it, come to the browser and refresh it. So now when the user click this control, the video will start loading. So in this way you can add the video element to your web pages. Like video element, the HTML5 audio element also specify a standard way to add audio to web pages. The audio element also has a number of attributes such as src attribute to specify the audio file, control, allow the browser to use the default control, autoplay attribute to play the audio automatically, preload attribute, what the browser should do if the player is not set to autoplay, loop attribute to play the audio again. Consider the following two examples. This example shows how to add an audio to a web page. The media file is indicated by the src attribute, while the other attribute to set in this examples are control and autoplay. I have already explained these two attributes. You can use the following format to add audio to web pages. This example shows that it is also possible to specify more than one audio file using the source element instead of the src attribute as in the first example. If your browser is not supporting the audio element, then display the message that the browser doesn't support the audio element. You can use the track element to add text that is synchronized with the timeline of a video or audio track. The track element must appear between video or audio element, and the track element appear after the all source element. Adding track, you may set the following attributes. The src attribute specify the text file. The kind attribute specify the type of text annotation you are providing, such as subtitle, caption, description, chapter, or metadata. If the kind attribute is set to subtitle, then also set the source language attribute. To add a name for each track, use the label attribute. It is also possible to set the default track by using the default attribute. For further explanation, consider an example. In this example, we are showing how to add a text tag to a video element. So this is the starting and closing tag of the video element. Now these two source elements specify the media file and its type to be used with video element. Now to add the text tag, so here the src attribute specify the text file. The video of kind attribute is subtitle, so we must also define the language, the source language. So the source language is English and the label for this track is English subtitle, and it is the default attribute. You can add more than one track. So this is another track, kind subtitle, and source language for this track is French. So in this way you can add the text track to your video and audio element.